All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Watkins Glen. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series hits the Glen tonight for a little road course action. It's race number 5 of the season. It's a 35-lapper tonight. Not a lot of laps, but enough to get you tired here. Definitely going to have to make a pit stop here tonight. Who's got what it takes to tame the Glen? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, a little road course action here in the Xfinity Series. It's a 35-lap race at the Glen. Race number 5. Let's get this party started. All right, thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you being here tonight. And it's the Glen, baby. Watkins Glen International tonight in the Buschwackers Series. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV. And it's round number 5 tonight. It should be a fun one. Right now, look like we got about just under 7 minutes left to go in the practice session. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. And if you want to host your website, how about some WordPress hosting, online store hosting, VPS hosting, and shared web hosting, also available through EliteHostingUSA.com. That's who provides our service here at HighOctaneRacing.net. Don't forget to join us over there. You get updates of point standings, champions, the whole works, man. Quick link to TurnLeftTV as well. And a quick link to our Discord server. That's where we do most of our business. You want to join us over there at HighOctaneRacing.net. Thanks to all those folks who come out there and check it out. Take a look at the schedule here in season number 4 of the Buschwackers Series. And we're finishing out the first half of the season at a road course. And it is a 35-lap race tonight here at the Glen. Look at that next week. Bristol, baby. Bristol, baby. Kansas following that on October the 4th. Talladega Super Speedway on October the 11th. And we got Charlotte and Texas, a couple mile and a halves finishing out the season. So a great season here so far. That's a few challenges, but we've gotten over them, gotten those solved, I think. So hopefully no problems this week. Take a look at the track here at Watkins Glen. 2.45 miles in length, 8 turns. This is the Stockcar configuration out here tonight, and located in Watkins Glen, New York. And not a super technical track, really, and I think that's what makes it a good one here for the stock cars. But a fun track. A lot of guys who know road racing know Watkins Glen, of course. Thanks for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. And all those new subscribers, don't forget that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, and smash that bell. Welcome to all the new subscribers, and thank you for coming out and hitting that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, down in the description of the race, I've got some links there. Got the link to PayPal if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV. Also, I have my SimLab web link. Man, I'm an affiliate through them, so if you're interested in purchasing something through SimLab, please use my link. I greatly appreciate that. And again, thanks so much for coming out and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Share my videos with all of your friends on any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. You're more than welcome to share mine. Point standings coming into tonight's race. Claudio Bardelli Jr. with a wee little bit of a lead over there at Arthur Vieta. Sean Jacobs sits at third. Gordon Carter and Dennis Uderchin tied for the fourth position. Craig Marizan is sixth. Tony Furtado and Preston Hassel tied for the seventh position. Franco Alvarez is ninth. Givaldo Spindola rounding out the top 10. Take a look at 11th through 20th. Stanislav Pavlov at the top of that second page. Followed by Julio Caligari, Todd Robillard, Benor Silva, and Jesus Iglesias. See Steve Pierce, Ed Palumbo, Dan Richter, Dana Grover, and John Stanley rounding out the top 20. And we take a look at page number 3. Some of these guys part-time racers. Chris Hughes, Jelson Neto, Eugene Fedorov, Raphael Sullivan, and Randy Merrick. Page number 3. High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder in action tomorrow night for race number 6 of the season, and it is Bristol, baby. 150 laps in the Cup Series. The Saturday Night Thunder has been going on since 2001, man. 23 years of racing in the Saturday Night Thunder. And Bristol hitting you in the face tomorrow night. That's September the 21st at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 150 lap race from Bristol. The Tough Truck Series will be in action on Tuesday for race number 2, and that is Charlotte Motor Speedway, a 100-lap race at Charlotte, man. What a fun track. A little bit of a bumpy track, man. You got to hold on to the wheel, but it should be a fun one. And that's the Tough Truck Series coming up on Tuesday. We have a special event coming up next weekend. It's the High Octane Racing League Extra Life charity event. 1 hour GT3 race from Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. And practice will start at 12 p.m. Racing will start at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be broadcast live. We're racing for kids, man. Donations for every driver. I'm putting in $5 donation for every driver who participates. And also that has been backed by, we've got 3 more drivers who are going to do the same thing. So we'll have $20 donated per driver who participates in this race. And of course, I'm going to be broadcasting it live here on TurnLeftTV. And that's coming up on September the 28th. 1 p.m. is the race time. These guys headed over to the qualification session. Be on the lookout Saturday, September the 28th, 1 p.m. for the broadcast here on TurnLeftTV. These guys headed over to quals. So again, 35 laps here tonight. Guys getting set up here for qualifications. We got a 10-minute qualifying session. So we'll see who's out there first. Looks like Franco Alvarez is out there first. So the 83, he's been lightning fast in the practice session. So Alvarez is going to lead the field to come out and qualify. And I'm sure he wants to get that car up in P1. Start off the race, and he has been the fastest in the practice session. Came out early, got some practice throughout the week. Figured out the lines here. He's good at Watkins Glen. Get your out lap in here, getting it set up for your 2 timed laps. All right, here we go. Run a little bit wide there in turn 1. A lot of guys will do that. He's probably not going as wide as some of the other drivers are going to. Through the S's. Approach the chicane coming up here. The bus stop. Very interesting part of the course here. See some guys trying to get through there a little bit too fast tonight, maybe getting in the grass. See a lot of incidents there. If you're going to have an incident, that's usually the place to have it. Maybe turn 1 as well. Large straightaway run here as we enter a hard left-hander. Let's see what pace he sets here for guys to shoot for. At least on lap number 1, way out there toward the outside wall. In a 109.921. Wow. Franco Alvarez setting the pace. Let's see where Claudio Bardelli Jr. lands. He's 0.204 there behind. So 09.21. Vieira up to P3. Vieira in P3. Let's see where Todd Robillard lands. So Franco Alvarez the top time with a 109.921. Bardelli Jr. just behind in second. Vieira third. Carter shown in the 4th position. Ed Palumbo is 5th. Todd Robillard in that C4 Energy sponsor number 90 car. Through the bus stop. Palumbo in 5th. He was really not super happy with his car, but right now shown in the top 5 in quals. Back here to the right-hander, this final corner. I think he did not hit that left-hander very well. Let's see, 106, 107. He's going to be a little bit off the pace here. Let's see where he's at. 112, 153. Currently P7 there for Todd Robillard. Jacobs finishing up his quals. How about Dennis Unichin in the 47? Way wide there, boy. He was wide on that one, but it looks like he had gotten a 108.968 up to P8 there for him. How about Dana Grover in the 89? His road course effort has really been stepped up, man. He stepped up his game at the road courses, so let's see where he lands. Well, 108.968 is the time to beat. 108.968. Oh, hard off the turn and into the wall, into the pit entrance. Wow, Dana Grover boogered up that car. Oh, ho, ho. That was a hard lick there for Dana Grover. My heavens, man. Let's take a look at Dennis Yudichyn. He's got a lap left in him here. Let's see. Hard lick for Dana Grover. Wow. Hard to run wide, or easy to run wide. It looks like Yudichyn has, he's finished up his lap, looks like, so he's stepped it out. So looks like we've got about 4 minutes left to go. And these guys are all done qualifying, so that's going to do it for the qual session here, and we'll give you the official results here in just a moment. So again, thanks for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Let's get this party started, huh? All right, welcome back. And these guys right now still in the qualifications technically for about 30 seconds or so, and then we'll give you the results. So we are finished with the qualification sessions. Thanks very much for being patient. These guys going over the drivers meeting right now. Finished with quals. And again, if you're just joining us, I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV, owner of High Octane Racing League. And we are at Watkins Glen tonight here in the Buschwackers series. And it is round number 5 of the season. 35-lap race here tonight. So let's take a look at the qualification results. And Franco Alvarez in the 83 with a 108.968 qualifies in P1. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 19 qualifies second. Arthur Vieta will start third. Gordon Carter starts in the 4th position. Ed Palumbo starts in 5th. Craig Marizan will start 6th. Todd Robillard 7th. Givaldo Spindola will start in 8th. Dennis Shudich in 9th. And Sean Jacobs will start in the 10th position. Dana Grover starts in the 11th spot, and Raphael Sullivan will start 12th. So these guys are now in the warm-up session as there is 9.5 minutes left to go in warm-up. Not too late to get your picks in on who you think's going to win this race tonight. I am going with who you think. So my pick to win this race tonight is Franco Team Swoop Alvarez. That's who I think is going to win. Givaldo kicking us off there, man, tonight with update on point standings. Claudio and Vieta very tied. Very close together there. And also Sean Jacobs in this battle. So could be a big turnaround tonight. Who knows, man? So, my team swoop tonight. Playing a song here that was given to me by Dan Richter. I don't know if he's playing in this or just had some friends doing this or exactly how this worked, but man, he made a special song for us, and that's awesome. So thank you, Dan. So a headbang, baby.
Cause this is gonna be a great show. Heath Johnson saying all you need to know. We got fast cars racing, hopefully you're pacing. Are you ready for some high-speed action? Step on the gas. Alright. Race fans, my heavens. My heavens. Buschwackers. Nascar, Indy GT3.
of soul.
A little under 5 minutes left to go in warm-up. Again, thanks for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. All those new viewers out there, new subscribers, really appreciate the support. And don't forget, if you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up button, man. Get that algorithm talking. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And then smash the bell. You'll get updates of when races are going live here at TurnLeftTV. So I got my pick in here tonight. Team Swoop. Franco Alvarez in the 83, the top qualifier tonight. And I think he might have the winning formula. But don't forget, man, we got some savvy road course drivers. Archer Vieira, Claudio Bardelli Jr., come to mind. Dana Grover's got some skills in the road courses as well. And who knows, man? Maybe Raphael Sullivan could be a first-time winner. Get big here at Watkins Glen. Get your first win in the High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series. And don't forget, man, we got more racing headed your way this weekend, and that is the Saturday Night Thunder coming up tomorrow night. It's race number 6, and we'll be at Bristol. 150-lap race, some beating and banging in the Saturday Night Thunder Cup Series. And that's coming up tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Tuesday, the Tough Truck Series will be in action at Charlotte Motor Speedway for a 100-lap race, and it's race number 2 of a brand new season. That's coming up on the 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks, the Craftsman Trucks. Couple minutes left to go. Then, of course, I want to announce the special event that we have coming up next weekend. And that is the High Octane Racing League Extra Life Children's Miracle Network Hospital's 1-hour race at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. We will be donating to this charity, provide some life-saving treatment for kids in the Extra Life Children's Miracle Network Hospital system. And Will Dunbar will be streaming live from his car, and I will broadcast from the broadcast perspective. And we would encourage you to come out and watch the race, make a donation. We'll share some donation links in the chat, and I really appreciate that. If you're interested in participating and you have the GT3 DLC content, come on out and join us. We'd love to have you. All those folks that are members of the Discord server, well over 400 members in our Discord. So we'd love to have you come out and support the charity. That's coming up on September the 28th, and actually practice will start at noon, and the race will start at 1 p.m., and that's a 1-hour race from a great track. Canadian Tire Motorsports Park is a great road course. Do a quick little check here of our side-by-side view. Make sure that's working. We'll be using that a little bit tonight as soon as I find it. There we go. Looks like that's working just fine. Well, these guys getting ready to get the command to start the engines. And it's race number 5 of the season tonight. It is Watkins Glen International, 35-lap race. This could be a big one in the point standings. Somebody gets a finish that maybe they didn't expect. It's a little bit better finish. They can move up quite a bit in the point standings. Some of the key players not here tonight, I don't think. So here we go. So it's Watkins Glen here tonight. So 35-lap race, race number 5 of a 10-race season. And let's do the starting order here tonight. Franco Alvarez, City 83 starts in P1. Claudio Bardelli Jr. outside row 1. Artur Vieta and Gordon Carter will start in row number 2. Row number 3 will be Ed Palumbo and Craig Marizan. Todd Robillard and Givaldo Spindola, row number 4. Row number 5 will be Dennis Uderchin and Sean Jacobs. Dana Grover and Raphael Sullivan make up row number 6. We'll take a look at the keys to the race here tonight. Set up those passes, man. Limit your aggressive driving because this thing will reach out and absolutely pimp slap you. Hit your marks here tonight, man. It's about racing the track. Manage that traffic. Not going to be a huge problem, I think, but manage that traffic. And then make good pit stop, man. The pit lane here is crowned. So you're uphill until you get to the crest of that hill, and then you're downhill on the back half of that pit road. And it's really, really easy to pit. If you pit, man, and you get speeding on penalty on pit lane, got to do a drive-through. That is going to be devastating for you here. So those are my keys to the race here at Watkins Glen. He really is going to be getting that good start, good position. Some of these guys, you got to sort of let things shake out here, man. Don't get real racy here early on, because that thing can get out of hand in a hurry. The side by side, everybody bum rushing to get into turn 1, and turn 1 is tricky. Super tricky, man. I personally, that's the hardest part of the track for me whenever I race is turn 1. I just cannot seem to master that corner. Not too bad through this section of the track. And here we go. The pace car is off, baby. And we're live here at Watkins Glen.
Go.
Green. Bardelli Jr. got a good start. And looks like he's jumped out ahead of Franco Alvarez. They're side by side. Alvarez uses that overrun area. Still side by side. And he's going to have to tuck in. It looks like Bardelli Jr. taking the race lead. He's challenging Alvarez right off the bat. Alvarez all over the back of him as they come down, approaching the bus stop. Alvarez to the outside. Giving some room here through the bus stop. Alvarez still wanting that position back. Bardelli Jr. looking solid here tonight. Look at this. Artur Vieta says, hey, I want a little piece of this action. You're on board here with him. A hard left-hander. Hard on the brakes there. Getting into the back of the 83 car. And these guys are getting after it right now. And Bardelli Jr. going to lead that first lap. And now Vieta now challenging. Vieta to the outside. He's going to be the outside when you get into turn 1. And hard braking there for Artur Vieta. And he gets around Alvarez. Ed Palumbo shown in P4. Ed Palumbo did not have a lot of nice things to say about this track, but right now having a pretty good run in P4. Gordon Carter shown in the 5th position. All right. Some good racing here. So Ed Palumbo shown in P4, and these guys are going to start beating each other up here. I'll tell you what, Artivieta looking really, really fast. He did miss that bus stop, and Alvarez to the inside! Alvarez looking on the inside there. Alvarez to the inside of Artivieta and gets around. Wow, what a pass by Alvarez. And that allows Ed Palumbo to climb up onto the back of Artivieta. Vieta is not through with Alvarez. Wow, some racing going on now. These guys getting after it. What a pass by Alvarez. We'll take a look here at this pass as Alvarez goes to the inside, pressuring on the inside. Almost got in the back of the 4-car, but does a great job. Sets himself up for that pass now in P2. On Robillard and Craig Marizon. Marizon to the outside and gets around Robillard. Robillard, I think, just waving him by. Realizes he's faster and gives the 60 car that spot. So Robillard back to the 7th position as Marizon picks up P6. Take a look at Dennis Unichin here. Unichin in the grass! Unichin gets through the grass there at the bus stop. Raphael Sullivan there as well. And a little trouble for those guys through the bus stop area. Unichin running in the 11th position, making it interesting. Gordon Carter in the 56 car trying to climb onto the back of that 54. Mellow Yellow sponsor machine on board here with Gordon Carter running down the front stretch. He is running in P5. Tell you what, his racecraft has really stepped it up, man. He won a championship in the Truck Series, his 2nd in a row. He is really consistent. Mr. Consistency here is Gordon Carter. There's a lot of great stuff for our race league. And this high place moving sponsor machine now in 5th. Look at this battle here. Sean Jacobs in the 24 to the outside as Raphael Sullivan is going to take over that spot. So Jacobs back to P12. Let's take a look here a little bit earlier. Jacobs got into the outside wall in that 24. And the 47 going to get by. And the 47 clears some space for Raphael Sullivan to make up a pass. And those guys getting after it. Take a look at Dana Grover here in the 89. Kind of out there by himself right now, running in the 9th position, trying to close in on Givaldo Spindola. Givaldo running in P8. Grover P9. And for the long haul right now in this Toyota 89 car. Fireball Flash racing from the Trax VR facility. Look at this, man. I'll tell you what, Artivieta and Franco Alvarez just absolutely punching each other in the mouth right now. Bardelli Jr. likes to see that, and Vieta gets by. Alvarez and Vieta have absolutely been pimp slapping each other. Well, Vieta now picking up P2, and he is lightning fast here, man. And Bardelli Jr. does not want anything to do with Artivieta on the backside of him right now. And Artivieta running in P2, Alvarez in 3rd. Wow, man, this is some great racing. This 24, Sean Jacobs is, oh, look at that. Raphael Sullivan got into the outside wall, it looked like. And Sean Jacobs in a 24 going to pick up that spot. Sullivan got off the track, up into the outside. Let's take a look here. The 4X. Raphael Sullivan, good addition here to our Buschwackers series, one of our newer drivers. And he's shown a lot of talent. Oh, right there. He got on the inside and caught that. Oh, he's into the outside wall. Into the outside wall. He got into the grass, held on to that thing, but Sean Jacobs gets by. Sullivan having to collect his thoughts. Wow. Sullivan might actually get this spot back because Sean Jacobs, we're going here a little bit later. Sean Jacobs, I think, may have had trouble. Jacobs goes wide, and Sullivan going to pick up this spot. So off the final turn there, Sullivan recaptures that position. He's going to have some right side damage, but nonetheless, look at this battle, man. This is a three-way battle, and Arch and Vieta want to get around and take the race lead here. Good battle here for the race lead. Whoa, Nelly, they're 3 wide. They are 3 wide. Holy Toledo. 3 wide. These guys are getting after it right now. Holy smokes. What great racing there. That was 3 wide. 4 now taking the race lead, and that was a battle. Let's go back and look at that. Man, that was awesome. Take a look at this. 3 wide as they're 2 wide here, and Franco Alvarez going to go to the inside as those guys get into one another a little bit. So a little contact there. Got a little wiggly there for Vieta, but he was able to clear him. And wow, what racing. Todd Robillard and Dana Grover. Also, Givaldo Spindola in action. This is a great battle here for P7. Dana Grover, Givaldo, and Todd Robillard. And Robillard picking up the 7th position. Grover back to 8th. And Givaldo running in the 9th position. Great battling there. Go back and look at that. That was a good battle. Take a look here as Grover going to the inside of Givaldo. Getting by Givaldo, and then he's trying to get around Robillard. Robillard using this outside, but Grover holding the inside line, but the outside, a little bit more speed there, and Todd Robillard reclaiming that spot. Robillard in 7th, so those guys got it figured out. Take a look at Ed Palumbo here, having a good night in his 54, man. He did not have a lot of positive things to say about his racecraft at the road courses, but right now looking pretty solid there for Ed Palumbo running in P4. Just behind him is Gordon Carter in 5th. And how about Craig Marzon into 60? Craig Marzon is a threat no matter what track you go at. You go at a road course, he's a threat. You go at the ovals, he's a threat. Quiet driver. Kind of a no-nonsense guy, one of our Michigan drivers. And this Magpul Dynamic sponsor machine trying to close in on Gordon Carter. And off that final turn. And a good battle here shaping up between the 56 and the 60. 56 hard on the brakes into the corner. Artur Vieta, the leader. They've guys have sort of run away from Bardelli. Now, Bardelli's had some trouble, I believe. He is off the pacer just a little bit, lost contact with those guys, and may have some damage. So Alvarez is really wanting to get the race lead. He is sliding that car through the bus stop and all over the back of the 4. Artur Vieta, NASCAR BR AV Club sponsor machine. These guys do a great bit of racing there on Sundays and Mondays. They got several series going on. I believe they got a Thursday series as well. Wish I had a little bit more time on my hands. I'd be racing on those Sundays and Mondays with them. And look at this. We got a battle here for the race lead. Vieta and Alvarez side by side. Vieta goes wide. Alvarez to the inside. Got the preferred line here, I think. Alvarez might have. Oh, not anymore. As Vieta. Oh, man, inching ahead. Alvarez might have the preferred line going through this bus stop area, but these guys are side by side. This is for the race lead. Franco Alvarez, Artur Vieta. Through the bus stop. Vieta to the inside. Oh, man, muscles his way back through. What a great battle here. 10 laps in. These guys racing like it's lap 35. Vieira holding on to that spot. Alvarez wanting around in a hurry, man. Alvarez is in a hurry. He wants to get that Mobil 1 sponsor machine around the 4. You might have thought he had an easy night coming tonight, but I'll tell you what. Artur Vieira is no easy guy to pass. And Franco Alvarez to the inside. Vieira's going to have that outside line in the overrun area. Alvarez pushed him a little bit. Pressured him a little bit. Tucks back in. What a battle, man. These guys got to be sweating right now. Through the S's. Up the hill. Approaching the bus stop again. What a battle. We go back to live here. Artur Vieira hold on to that top spot, about a half a second lead over Franco Alvarez. Alvarez has really been burning up those tires, man. You see him sliding that car around in the corners. He's really good about drifting. He practices that. And he may have boogered up his tires a little bit. Take a look at Bardelli Jr. Oh, there might have been some contact. Might have been some contact between Vieira and Alvarez. I don't know if Alvarez got into the back of Vieira or not. That looked a little dicey. Let's take a look here. This is Vieira opening up a pretty good little gap, but Alvarez closes in, I believe. And there might have been contact between those guys. Oh, yeah, well, it looked like Vieira just got a little wiggly. And we're starting to get some word that some guys are coming down pit lane. And I think Vieira might be making a pit stop here. So he's giving up the race lead to come down pit lane. Oh, Bardelli Jr. is fast in the 19. I hope he didn't get caught speeding. But, wow, on pit lane, the 4 and the 19. Vieira, Bardelli Jr., Palumbo also on pit lane. Holy smokes. As Artur Vieira tucks into his pit stop. Got a lot of guys on pit lane. Franco Alvarez out there by himself now. Look at that battle there between Vieira and Bardelli. Vieira beating Bardelli out. Now Alvarez, I think, indicating he's going to come down pit lane this time. We'll take a look at Craig Marzon shown in the second position. But I think Franco Alvarez is going to come down pit lane, and it looks like he is. So Alvarez at the 83, a race leader, now coming on to pit lane. So he's making a pit stop, and Craig Marzon also on pit lane. Givaldo shown in the third position in that 68. Sean Jacobs on pit lane as well. So Alvarez, Marzon, Jacobs finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track as you see Givaldo coming down pit lane. Givaldo in a 68 car. This guy's here each and every week, man. He loves sim racing. He's the only guy in Brazil that has a high Octane Racing League hat. That's right. We sent that all the way to Brazil for him. Alvarez back out and had a little bit better pit stops. Got to open up a gap there on Vieira. It looks like 1.6 seconds separate the two of those guys. Bardelli Jr. running in the third position, about 3 seconds back. So interesting deal with Alvarez. You know, got a really, maybe a really good pit stop. Take a look at Raphael Sullivan here running in the 10th position. Just joined racing the Buschwackers series recently. And here running in the 10th spot. Not sure he is super excited about the road course, but out here taking about a points night. Race number 2 of the season. I should say race number, what is it? Is it race number 5 of the season? I don't know what I'm talking about, man. Take a look at this. Oh, Ed Palumbo might have gotten into the wall there. No, that's Marizon got into the wall. Marizon hard into the outside wall. Wow. Craig Marizon hard into the wall. Let's take a look here and see what happened to Marizon. After making pit stops here, the 60. Oh, into that outside wall, just ran it wide. More contact, and Ed Palumbo sneaks through. Wow, Ed Palumbo did a great job of sneaking through that. What in the world? We're on board here with Ed Palumbo. He had a ringside seat for this one, huh? Contact right there. Now he's over to the right. He sees him coming back off, and right here, man, this is getting dicey. Whoa. Holy smokes. Yeah, Palumbo was able to sneak through. Alvarez still holding that 1.6, 1.7 second lead. So after pit stops, it looks like Alvarez maybe a little bit faster. Sean Jacobs in the 24. Going to pick up a spot as Marizon is on pit lane taking some service. So a lot of damage there for Marizon as he is finishing up that pit stop. But Sean Jacobs picking up a spot. Marizon now shown in the 12th position as he's coming back out on track. You don't want to hear that. See here, I got the Extra Life banner there. Forget that Extra Life race hitting you in the face. Coming up next week, a special event, Saturday, September the 28th. Extra Life Children's Miracle Network Hospitals in the GT3 mod. Official content, and that will be 12 p.m. practice, 1 p.m. race. And it's a 1-hour race from Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. So Alvarez now holding on to about a 3-second lead. So it's been a good little run here for him after pit stops. Vieira is in second, Bardelli Jr. third, Palumbo fourth. Gordon Carter shown in the 5th position. Take a look at Gordon Carter here running in P5 in the 56 car. Sean Jacobs letting Artur Vieira go by. I think he's going to let the Bardelli Jr. machine go by as well. It looks like Marizon might be back on pit lane. So he's given Bardelli Jr. a lot of room here through this portion of the track. And said, hey, man, when you get to me, just get by. And he's going to let him go on the left side. So Bardelli Jr. going to get around the 24. 24 now 1 lap down in the 11th spot. We take a look at that gap there now, 4.3 seconds, 4.4, as Alvarez really starting to walk away here with these guys. Take a look at Todd Robillard running in the 7th position, closing in on Dana Grover. Probably the best battle on the track right now. Grover running in 6th. Robillard is 7th. Robillard in the C4 Energy sponsored machine, the number 90, as he closing in on that Toyota Fireball Flash Trax VR sponsored Toyota, the 89 of Dana Grover. Good battle here between Robillard and Grover. Robillard looking like he is feeling a little frisky here as he's closed in on that Toyota. It is Raphael Sullivan trying to pick up a spot. Oh, Givaldo off the track. Givaldo off the track a little bit, and that allows Raphael Sullivan to pick up a spot. So Givaldo got wide there on that corner. And we'll take a look at Givaldo. And he ran a little bit wide, got on the brakes. See him locking him up, chirping the tires, and Sullivan picking up a spot. Sullivan up to the 8th position. Givaldo to 68, back to P9. Go back here and look at this Grover-Robillard battle. Hey, look who it is in the chat session. It's Gilmar Peixoto. When is Gilmar going to get that steering wheel fixed, man? We got to get him back out here on the course. So Gilmar joining us in the chat. Good to see Gilmar. Boa noite. There's a good battle shaping up here between the 89 and the 90. 89, Dana Grover holding on to the 6th position. Todd Robillard in the 90, running in P7. Go take a look at that. Franco Alvarez is the leader. Take a look at that battle there in that side-by-side view. As Alvarez continuing to lead, Vieira is 5.5 or so seconds back. So Alvarez in his second run has really shown some muscle. Track's starting to get a little slick here as the tires, the rubber laid down on the track. Changes the handling. We get the Saturday Night Thunder coming up tomorrow night. They'll be at Bristol Motor Speedway, man. Race number 6 of the season. A little beating and banging. I get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and absolutely get pimp slapped by these Saturday Night Thunder guys, man. I've been racing in this series off and on. I started High Octane Racing League in 2001, and they were just doing pickup races. It ends up being the Saturday Night Thunder. And it's been going on ever since, man. So here we are, 2024, and the Saturday Night Thunder is still in business. 150-lap race from Bristol coming up tomorrow. That's September the 21st at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This battle's shaping up here behind, man. See what that battle we're watching there between Robillard and Grover is a good one. Robillard now looking a little fast here. He's wanting to get around Dana Grover through the bus stop. This battle here for P6, we are following Todd Robillard in the 90. What a good battle here on lap 22. Hardest part of the track, in my opinion, coming up right here. This turn one is tough. You got a lot of overrun area there, but there is a sweet spot on getting off the corner there, turn one, and then navigating back onto the track, up the S's here, through the S's, I should say. And a good battle there between Robillard and Grover. Check on Archer Vieta here in the 4 car, running in P2. Behind him is Claudio Bardelli Jr. So there's about a 7-second gap there between P2 and P3. Likewise, roughly between P1 P2. But the 4 running in second right now in the NASCAR BR sponsor machine. I believe these guys have another pit stop in their future. Bardelli Jr. running in third in the 19. And Palumbo running in the 4th spot. We'll take a look at Ed Palumbo running in the 4th position in that Mellow Yellow sponsor machine. Really did not have a lot of positive things to say about his how he felt about this track tonight, but here he is looking at a top 5 finish, and he's been pretty solid here. I mean, he's not probably having the race that he exactly wanted, but man, you really can't sneeze at this position here, knowing your feelings about this track. He is racing in that Mellow Yellow sponsored Chevy Camaro and has that in P4. Gordon Carter, another great top 5 effort for him, as he is now closing in on Sean Jacobs. Jacobs in the 11th spot, letting the 56 by. A little bit of a wave by there. A little communication on the radio between the two of them. And Gordon Carter running in P5. Take a look at Raphael Sullivan, man. He had some trouble early on in the race, but has picked off a couple drivers, and he is racing in the 8th position at 5X machine, 4X machine. And good to see Raphael coming out here to race with us. I know I've raced with him before at NASCAR BR, and here he is joining us in the Buschwackers series on Friday nights and mixing it up right now in a temporary car. And if he hangs out with us some while longer here, we'll get him a paint scheme in the car set. We make those guys race about 8 races or so. 89 indicating he's coming down pit lane this time by. So Rax VR sponsor machine going to lead these guys through, and I think the 90 is going to make a pit stop as well. And I think Bardelli Jr. might be on pit lane, or actually Archer Vieta on pit lane. So Vieta may be playing a little cat-mouse game. These guys do have pit stops in their future, huh? Archer Vieta on pit lane. See Archer making a pit stop. And Palumbo also on pit lane. Grover and Robillard both coming off the track to come down pit lane. The uphill in the first half of the pits, downhill in the second half. And that's where guys end up getting bitten because they speed. As Vieta back out on the track after making a pit stop. Take a look here. There's a little contact on pit lane between the 56 and the 54. Oh, there's contact right there. Whoa. Little contact between the 56 and the 54. Not a ton of room. And you see the 90 and the 89 getting onto pit lane. So the 83 is the race leader. Bardelli Jr. is on pit lane, or just came off pit lane. Archer Vieta also. I wonder if the 83 has got to make a pit stop here. I don't think he's going to be able to make it to the race to the end. And I think he's going to have to come down pit lane. And there he goes, the 83 on to pit lane. So Franco Alvarez in the 83 making a pit stop. Whoa, Nelly. Very interesting here. Pit stops underway for Alvarez. As we see him on pit lane. And, man, we'll keep our eye on this action as Archer Vieta is running in the second position. Now Alvarez coming off that, Vieta coming off that final corner. And he might end up beating Alvarez off pit lane here as the 4 on track. I don't know. Alvarez is, oh, man. It's like Alvarez gets out on the track and beats Vieta out, I believe. So he was able to survive. I think he got a little squirrely off pit lane, too. Franco Alvarez, the leader, and that lead is down to 6 seconds. Archer Vieta is in second. See that gap there between Alvarez and Vieta. Vieta is seems to be chipping into that gap a little bit, but man, I'll tell you what, time is running out. Dana Grover in the 89 and Todd Robillard still at each other's zip code. Raphael Sullivan got a penalty. Sullivan got a speeding penalty, I believe, and has to come back down pit lane. So Sullivan had to do a drive-through. What a tough break there for Raphael. And it's so easy to do here at Watkins Glen with the downhill portion of that pit lane. Now we got to start thinking about some lap traffic here as your as you are Franco Alvarez. Got to start thinking about some lap traffic. You see Craig Marizon just ahead, and this could have an impact. Got quite a few cars up there. Mordelli Jr. shown in the third position at 19. Raphael got caught speeding again. The 83 going really, really wide. And you see the 60 car giving him a lot of room. Now the 83 going to have to deal with the battle between Robillard and Grover. And I'll tell you what, man. I mean, if I'm Robillard and Grover, I'm not moving over. I'm going to be racing. I'm not going to block the race leader, but I'll tell you, if I'm trying to pick up a position, I'm in Todd Robillard's spot. I'm not moving over. That's just me. Yeah, Dana Grover running in the 89. Robillard does move over and let the Alvarez go by. Now some gap between the two of those guys. But if I'm racing for position, see, here's where it can get a little dicey. So right now, the 83 can open up a spot there for Robillard to exploit, but not close enough to do it. Not quite close enough to pull off that sneaky move. All's fair in love and war, right? And this is war, baby. Alvarez the leader. Yet a second. Bardelli Jr. third. Palumbo fourth. Carter is in fifth. Raphael got some tough break here on the back half of this race. A couple speeding penalties. Back down pit lane. Alvarez getting around Sean Jacobs. Let's take a look at Dennis Uderchin. A quiet night here for Dennis in his 47 car. He had trouble early, but holding on hopefully for a top 10 finish. closing in on Givaldo, maybe making a P9 here. So that battle's heating up between P9 and P10. Here with 31 laps in the books. 108.928, the fastest lap there for Franco Alvarez. Alvarez now with an 11-second lead over Artur Vieira. Bardelli Jr. 25 seconds back in the third spot. And Palumbo is in fourth, Carter fifth. Rest of these guys right now lap down. Craig Marizon had a lot of trouble with damage. He had to get repaired and lost some laps. So he's 3 laps down, running in the 12th position. But he's seeing big picture here. He's seeing points night. You know, you don't have a ton of drivers here. We're not looking at the 18, 19 drivers that we usually get. So this road course sometimes has a little bit of an effect on some of these guys on whether they want to race or not. And he's taking advantage of that. So 12th position here guaranteed for Marizon at least, barring any problems anybody else has. And take a look at Artur Vieira running in the second spot in the 4. A little bit of traffic there. He's got some lap cars ahead. That is Robillard and Grover. And it looks like Marizon has come back down pit lane. Might be retiring his machine. So Marizon back on pit lane here as Alvarez is the leader. Across the start-finish line this next time by. We'll have 2 laps to go. And Marizon now may be retiring his car. Not sure. He is on pit lane. Franco Alvarez. 14 seconds up on P2. Second half of this race has been dominant for the 83. Everybody's sort of where they are now, and a lot of gap there separating a lot of drivers. So the closest battle there probably is Robillard and Grover. Got a second separate the two of those guys. 2 laps to go for Franco Alvarez. Grover holding off Robillard as we speak. Got a second separate them. A little less there, about 6/10 now. So this is starting to heat up there for P6. A good battle here for P6. Best battle on the track. And this could come down to the last lap for P6. Grover right now in 6th and Robillard in 7th. And Robillard closing in here through the bus stop. What a battle. Now a little bit of lap traffic for Alvarez. Going to the bottom side here for, looks like Gordon Carter going to let him through. as Alvarez on the final lap. One more lap to go for those guys running in P6, P7. So Franco Alvarez. Second half of this race for the 83 has been a clinic. He put on a clinic. What you do after a pit stops. He is, he is drifting it. Hard left-hander here, and then the final corner coming up for Franco Alvarez. Franco Alvarez in the 83, drifted it off the side, or off the final corner, and picks up the win here at Watkins Glen. So congratulations to Franco Alvarez on getting a big win at the Glen. Huh? Well, great job to Franco. And a good win there for the 83, the mobile sponsor machine. So a great job to Franco on getting the win. Wow, what a run there for him. And we'll take a look at this battle here to the finish between the 89 and the 90. Watch this battle here for the finish. This is through the bus stop here. Let's see if we can't get a good look at this. So these guys battling to the race finish, and what a run these guys had. So a quick night here tonight, man. No caution flags, of course. Look at this battle here, the 90 and the 89. The 90 throwing it in there to the final corner, and they're beating and banging right there. Wow. How about that? And looks like Grover might have edged him out. What a finish. Wow. What a great finish there. So Franco Alvarez in the 83 gets the win. And we'll take a look at the final results. Take a look at the final results here as Franco Alvarez gets the win. Archie Vieta finishes in second. Claudio Bardella Jr. third. Ed Palumbo finishes in the fourth position. Gordon Carter finishes in fifth. Dana Grover, the top Toyota, the only Toyota, two Toyotas. Top Toyota finishes in P6. Robillard seventh. Raphael Sullivan finishes in eighth. Givaldo Spinola ninth. Dennis Unichin finishes in P10. P11, Sean Jacobs in the Chevy, and Craig Marazon finishes in 12th. So congratulations to Franco Alvarez. Got a big win. Just a big win here at Watkins Glen. So a big win for Franco Alvarez. And I believe I picked him to win, didn't I? Didn't I pick him to win? Team Swoop. I think I got him to win this race. think I got him. So, great job to Franco, and we'll see if we can get him in the booth with us. Hearing those guys talking on the radio. All right, Franco Alvarez, dominating performance there in the back half of that race at Watkins Glen. You had a great battle with Vieira and Bardelli. Let's talk about the first half and how that was for you.
Hey, Heath. Hey, everybody. Yeah, man, my team gave me a really, really fast number 83 Mobile 1 Chevrolet today. Super fast, super consistent. I got caught slipping a little bit at the start. I lost the lead of the race at turn 1. And then, man, what a battle to get it back. I went from first to third to second to first to third again. Man, so fun racing with these guys. My problem was when I was behind somebody, I was getting really tight. So I wasn't able to make the corners. And as soon as I got clean air after the first pit stop, I was able to create a lead and then just control the pace from there.
And it didn't seem like in the back half of that race that really lap traffic was too much of an issue for you. You just had to hit your marks and maybe check the time there once in a while to see if Vieira was able to close the gap. But you had to feel pretty confident. I saw you drifting it a little bit. Had to feel pretty confident there in that second half of the race.
To be honest, I did. I put in a lot of effort, a lot of practice to make sure I had the right pace, the right equipment management today. So once I got the lead in a couple of seconds, I knew I just had to control, not make mistakes, don't be silly with the back markers. Luckily we had a short field day, so they weren't an issue, to be honest. So yeah, really, really fun at the beginning. I think we went side by side with the Ford, the entire SS. That was crazy. That was really tight. So yeah, a lot of fun, man. Guys are so good.
You know, we did see some guys get caught on pit lane, caught speeding on pit lane. I was talking about this in the pre-race show, is that it's unique here at Watkins Glen. You know, you're going uphill for the first half, and that back half, when you're really trying to push it to get off pit lane quickly, it's downhill. And I think we got a couple guys that got caught speeding there.
Yeah, for me it wasn't an issue because I had the first pistol. That meant I can go full throttle from my pistol and I won't get near close the pit limit. So I didn't have any issues. I just had to nail the end of the pit road, and that was it. I didn't have any issue at the exit.
Not a super technical track here, but I was saying in the pre-race show that for me, turn 1 is the hardest part of the track. What do you feel the most challenging part of Watkins Glen is for you?
The hardest corner? Good question. I mean, turn 1, if you nail your braking point, you don't have any issue. You have a lot of room to move to the outside to make a good line. Probably, I would say the last corner I was struggling a little bit, because I wasn't able to get as good as an exit as the 4 and the 19. So that might have been my weakest point. And maybe the chicane, if you don't get the bus stop right, if you miss one of the curves, your car gets completely out of shape and you can't recover it. So those might be the most important corners for me.
Well, next week we got a familiar track on the docket, and that is Bristol Motor Speedway. I have a feeling you're going to have a lot of fun at Bristol next week.
I do too. Our last races at Bristol have been absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, with the team, we haven't been able to get really good lap times on quali. We've been starting around 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need to clean that up. But yeah, the race pace of this 83 machine is really good. So if we can get a top 5 starting position, we might be able to work some strategy to get the win.
Well, I picked you to win this race tonight. I had a feeling you were going to be the strongest car, and congratulations, man. Always a great interview, and great to see you back in victory lane.
Thank you very much. One last thing I want to say, I have been working really hard on a big bag of cars, updating every single Ford Mustang of the series, and also creating 6 brand new paint schemes, so I hope you guys can all see you that very soon.
You could have also ended that in saying, I've created a lot of work for you, Mr. Johnson.
And you deserve it.
Hey, congratulations, man. We'll definitely talk to you here in just a bit.
Thanks, man. Really love road courses. I hope we have at least one per season. That's my wish. So, yeah, thanks for that, and I hope I see you guys next week.
All right, bud. That's Franco Alvarez joining us up here in the booth, and a great run there for him, man. Getting a win here at Watkins Glen. I just had a feeling he was going to be the dominant performer here at the Glen tonight. So a fantastic run there for Franco. And don't forget that we got some more racing headed your way. Did I talk about Bristol next week in the Buschwacker Series? Well, we're this week in the Saturday Night Thunder. I get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and mash it up with the boys at Bristol. 150-lap race in the Saturday Night Thunder. That's coming up tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Tough Trucks will be in action on Tuesday for race number 2 of a brand new season. And that is Charlotte, Lady Charlotte, a 100-lap race. So a little bumpy track there, tough through that tri-oval area. Could be some great racing. I would imagine you're going to see some really tight racing at Charlotte. And that's coming up on Tuesday, September the 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Charlotte, Lady Charlotte, a 100-lap race in the Tough Trucks. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That is EliteHostingUSA.com. Also, if you want to host your website or your online store, how about some VPS hosting and shared web hosting? Those available through EliteHostingUSA.com. That's who provides our servers at High Octane Racing League. Don't forget to join us over at HighOctaneRacing.net. You will get updates of point standings, what series we have running, of course. Quick link to TurnLeftTV, and a pretty good way to contact us. You'll get the schedules and all that there at HighOctaneRacing.net. So don't forget to join us over there. We'd love to have you come out and race with us. Click on that quick link to Discord. That's where we do most of our business. That is HighOctaneRacing.net. Thank you so much for coming out and joining me here. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, smash that subscribe button, and massage the bell. Get updates when races are going live. Thanks to all those new subscribers out there. I love that, man. Love to see the new subscribers. All the thumbs up gets that algorithm talking and gets the video for everybody to see out there. We'll beat the algorithm. Let everybody know that we got some good stuff going on here at TurnLeftTV. Don't forget, a very special event coming up next week. Practice will start at 12 p.m. Race will start at 1 p.m. That's the High Octane Racing League Extra Life Children's Miracle Network Hospitals 1-hour GT3 race from Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. So we're going to be donating. It looks like right now people are matching my donation. I have 4 other drivers now that are matching my donations of $5 a piece for every driver that participates in this event. So well, now if we got 4 other drivers doing that, $25 a piece for every driver that matches the donation. I'm going to broadcast it live. So it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV, and Will Dunbar will be broadcasting live on Twitch from his driver's seat. So that's coming up next week on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when the race will start.
A lot of soul.
Congratulations to Franco Alvarez on getting the big win here at Watkins Glen. Next week, we hit Bristol Motor Speedway. And that will be an interesting one, that's for sure. in the Buschwackers series. We'll take a look at that season coming up next week. We kick off the back half of the season at Bristol. Kansas coming up on October the 4th. Talladega on October the 11th. Lady Charlotte on October the 18th. And Texas Motor Speedway to finish out the season on October the 25th. And we can take a look at a quick link to that truck series we're taking next week. Will be at Charlotte. Let's take a look at the back half of that, or the first half of that season. Talladega, Watkins Glen, Milwaukee Mile. For the first half, you see Nashville, Martinsville, Phoenix, Iowa, and Atlanta on the back half of that season in the tough trucks. That's coming up on Saturday. So Lady Charlotte coming up on September the 24th. And again, congratulations to Franco Alvarez on getting the big win. Thanks so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. That's going to do it for me tonight. Thanks for joining me here, and we'll see you next time. I am out of here.